What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wingin It podcast. Andre, how you doing, man?
I am doing extremely good. Well, not extremely good because I'm not Square Enix right now, so I can't
Yeah.
be extremely good. I'm good. I'm good.
And on that note, so tonight we're gonna start some stuff off. You know what? We're gonna start off with our good friends at Sony. They released the Dual Sense controller, and everybody, they have their ways of expressing themselves. Some people are really hyped for it. I'm really hyped to see what that battery life looking like.
Better
So
be longer than 5 hours.
because here's the thing, I love the PS4, but we're gonna be completely, if we're gonna be 100 and completely percent honest on all of this, the PS3 controller's battery life is immaculate. The PS4's battery life is hot
Is
garbage.
garbage.
So I'm gonna need a happy medium here. So yeah, look, the
And,
dual
and,
sense.
and the first thing, before anybody tries to make this excuse, that the controller is going to be doing so much, there's no reason that the battery should be able to last that long. Bullshit. The Switch Pro controller
This one,
lasts a
this one,
good long while.
this one can last at least 30 hours, at least.
And it's got a bunch of stuff going on the inside too. So yeah, nope. Not
Not an
going with
excuse.
that excuse. Not going with that excuse. And even worse, the Wii U gamepad lasted longer than that on its own, and it did far more. So nope, not going with that excuse.
No,
Nope,
no.
not in the least.
And like I said, I love my PS4. I really do, but that controller is garbage. So I looked at it, I read the article, they were talking about all the cool stuff it can do, and I'm like, cool, man, that is awesome. Now, one
There's to
time did they
mention
mention
the
that
battery
battery
life.
life?
They didn't mention that at all.
Not one time did they mention that battery life. I'm sitting there like, okay.
And here's another thing. I am fine with them having all this additional stuff in the controller, additional features. That's cool. I like that stuff. Now, if all these people that love these little concepts could now go back and say why these same concepts make no sense in the Wii U gamepad, I'd be happy. Because I'm going to harp on you idiots all the time. Because now you like a controller with a touchpad, where you had a controller with a touch screen that nearly identically did everything else that this controller does.
Well, Andre, you know what's gonna be the excuse, right? Why you living in the past? That's gonna be the excuse. It's gonna be the excuse.
I mean, if we're living in the past, then why is Sony's Dual Sense controller still the same thing as Dual Shock?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why do they call it Dual Sense? Just call it DualShock 5.
Because they added the haptic feedback stuff. They're trying to change the name of it. But like Xbox One controls have haptic feedback in the triggers.
Yeah.
So
So what's the
and
difference?
technically, the Joy Cons have a specialized version of haptic
Yeah.
feedback for HD Rumble.
Yeah.
So
So
does the Switch Pro controller.
yeah. So I don't understand it, but whatever.
That's what they wanted to go with.
But I will say this. I will say this. I like the look of it. I like the design of it. I think it looks great. I would love to get my hands on to see what it feels like.
Yeah,
Does it feel light? Does it feel?
that's going to be the true test is how comfortable it is.
Yeah. Um. There were some people there were some people on Twitter and on Facebook that made their own mock-ups of what some of them would look like, and some of them I have to say I got to give people. Some people have way too much time on their hands, but then I realized they're in quarantine. They try not to go
Yeah,
crazy,
they're trying
so
to go nuts. There,
just let them
wasn't
do it.
there some Mario and Luigi mock-ups for that control?
It was a Mario mock-up. It was a Breath of the Wild mock-up. It was a Metroid mock-up. It was a Spider-Man mock-up. It was a Wolverine mock-up that I seen, and it was another mock-up that I saw that I thought was funny. I think it was a SpongeBob SquarePants. I think it was a mock-up for one of them. I'm like, really, guys? But that's what I thought. I'm like, these guys ain't got nothing better to do. Let them have this before they go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Sony, you might want to hire some of these people because they did a great job. I got to say, they did a great job on some of these controllers.
See, if Sony wanted to be real slick, they go ahead and take the idea from Xbox with the custom controllers,
Oh
have
yeah,
them custom made,
and send
do
them
the
back to
same
the
thing.
individual. Yeah, and who knows? They might do that. Who knows?
It would be a smart idea, to be fully honest.
Yeah.
All they have to do is manufacture the parts and just have them in different colors, and then just have somebody put the controller together.
Powerade. So that being said, Sony, please release that battery life. So,
Please have it
uh,
be increased.
well, since we and I want to say this because from the bottom of my heart I do really mean this. I know the coronavirus got people going crazy and stuff like that, and one of the things about being an introvert and a gamer is I'm not worried. So that being said, uh a lot of stuff got pre-ordered and a lot of things are going to be getting gonna probably be getting delayed and whatnot. We already saw that happen with Last of Us, and where now this ain't us saying this. Naughty Dog said this.
That's what
The
they
game
said.
is pretty much done. They just not gonna release it.
Mm.
But
And I know it has to do with brick and mortar and their
yeah,
contracts. Like that's what we know,
yeah,
even though it's not what they said.
yeah. But the thing is, are we now looking at gaming going full digital sooner rather than later? And the reason why I say that is because we got a game that just released this past week, Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's 100 gigs. 100 gigs ain't on that disc because I think the biggest Blu-ray disc I've ever seen was 50 gigs. Could hold up to 50 gigs. So I know they didn't make a proprietary 100 gig disc just to sell that game. Sony didn't do that. They wouldn't have charged you $59.99 for it. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
if they
Oh
would have had
no.
to do that. So a lot of that game has to be installed. So my question is, with these ridiculously large games, are we looking at going digital sooner rather than later? And Andre, your thoughts? Because me, I think we are, but your thoughts?
Honestly, it's just with the way that the Xbox, the coming Xbox and PS5 are designed. It does lend credence to just going digital with it. Like heck, it lends credence to it with the Xbox One and the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
The only platform that out here where buying physical is mostly viable is the Switch. And that's just how it is because everybody decided again that they're going to go with disc. And I know for Sony and Microsoft that made sense because they want backwards compatibility to be a thing, even though everybody back not that long ago was talking about how stupid it was to have this feature.
Yeah, yeah.
But if they went with something like what Nintendo's doing with cartridges, or like something that's based off of the SD format for storage, they could actually forego a lot of the problems they have and still do physical media. But hey, nobody wants to listen. So
Yeah. Well, that's another thing too, because I really do think that a lot of this has to do with the actual file sizes of these games. Because like we look at like Red Dead Redemption and Destiny 2, there is no reason for them games to be at any point have a physical disc. There's no point.
no,
There's literally no point.
they would have a point to having a physical disc if they learned compression.
Everybody ain't Nintendo, man. Only Nintendo can take a
There's
game.
a reason they can have their games still be as large in scale as they have them, and still have compression and not lose a lot of quality. They're just not willing to put in the effort to figure it out.
I mean, all you gotta do is just call up Miyamoto. I'm pretty sure he'll tell
Well,
him.
I mean, that was a Wada's thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody has to know, quite obviously, how to do it. Because
Yeah. I
again,
mean, well, here's the thing. Like, remember when what was it, Super Mario 3D World
3D
came
World came
out,
out and it was a
and
gig.
everybody was like, "Man, this game cannot be any less than 10 gigs,"
That
and it was
game
like
was a
1.9 gigs,
yeah,
and the point .9 of the gigs was the music.
yeah. 'Cause that game is flooded with music.
And because no, it didn't make any sense. And then you look at like Breath of the Wild. As big as Breath of the Wild is, it's what with the DLC is 13 gigs. I think it is. That's with the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense. If that was on like the PlayStation or the Xbox, that would be probably like 80 gigs. That game would probably be 80 gigs.
It could easily top that area as far as space goes.
Yeah. So, and Breath of the Wild is not a small game. That game is huge. It is ridiculously huge. So, I'm sitting there. And I'm like, okay, well, you got 100 gig games. Why are you selling the physical disc anyway? Because we
Because
know it's
they
not
know
on the we know it's not on the disc. So why are you selling a disc anyway?
because there are more people. There's still a large number of people that want to have the physical representation of the item there,
Yeah,
even if that physical representation is pretty much meaningless.
yeah. Because like the way I'm thinking about it, the Final Fantasy VII remake should be 3 discs. This first episode should be 3 discs because if
It's
it's
two.
because I think it's
Yeah.
like if it's 100 gigs or 88 gigs, I think it's like without the DLC, I think it's like 88 gigs or whatever. With it, it's like it's I gotta go back and look, but that's 3 discs.
Hmm.
So, but
The ultimate problem with the way things are set up with games being physical now is that even if you do have even half the data of the game available on that disc, the other half still has to be downloaded. So
yeah,
if it's ever pulled down off those servers,
you're still screwed.
you are screwed on that game.
Yeah, because you're only gonna have that first half,
Yep. And it
if
won't
that,
play without
if
the other
that,
part.
if that, because we don't know if there's like a time bomb in there that'd be like, okay, once we pull this off, that game is unreadable. Like you'll put it
Well,
in,
yeah,
it
like because it won't play
won't
without the
play.
other half anyway.
Yeah, so who knows how they got the code set up for that? Because they could easily have a code set up for that.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like once this is pulled off, this doesn't play at all.
I
Then you have to go
mean,
back.
like
Then you have to go and find a new
if you
service
have
on.
the yeah, like if you have that data, you already have it. Yeah, it should work fine. But if you're going to be a new download of it,
Nope. So then you gotta hope your system don't break. You gotta hope that they keep everything, post, whatever world they go into. That's why I'm not. That's another reason why I'm not mad about the remake situation as it stands now, because at least they're getting moved. Those games are getting moved to the newer stuff, and you won't have to worry about complaining about, oh, I can't find it, or when my game does break, or when my console does break. Because yeah, you may have the original console, but look, I'm telling you from experience, my N64 broke. I was looking to find another one. My SNES broke when I was in college. I still haven't found one I could replace it with yet. So systems are machines. They will break at some point. No matter how good you take care of it, it's going to break at some point. That's just how time works. Time is undefeated. So, and that's another reason why I don't have a problem with it. That's why I don't understand the haterade most people have when it comes to these remakes and remasters and stuff like that. I don't understand the haterade, but that's just me. That's just me. So let's
yeah,
talk
unless it
about.
was a recent game, nah. Ugh.
Well, yeah, but I guess that's a whole nother hour of discussion. But whatever.
Yeah, nah, they're going down there.
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole. So Microsoft, our good buddy Phil Spencer, they have let it come out, and this you can find this article on purexbox.com that they're not going to be doing anything but digital events through July of 2021. So with E3 not doing a digital event, which I think is stupid, I think they still should have did like they could have got together with somebody and put something together. You still have time. You got 2 months.
Yeah,
Or
they could easily set up some sort of like I understand why they it sucks for them because they can't have the physical convention,
yeah,
but people could easily set up stuff to do like little gatherings around things like this. It's not impossible.
no, no, it's not. So my thing is, since we're in a situation in which the world has not had something happen like this since the Dark Ages, and we're more technologically sound and we're more connected than people realize, should all conventions really have like this as a contingency plan? Like, look, have your digital event already in place
Yeah,
just in case something happens.
yeah, because they could easily set up a backup thing where they have every major developer or company just do like a short, not like a full on presentation, but just something short that grabs your attention and have it set up, especially with stuff like YouTube, where you can go ahead and say, okay, here's the convention list, and we got a bunch of the like here are all the companies. You're tagged in their channels are tagged, or whatever they want to present is tagged in the descriptions. They can use the daggone end screens for different things to pop up. They can use the little information tab to make the cards pop up so you can navigate through it. It's I know it's not exactly the same experience, but they can create something similar if they put the work into it.
I mean, because especially with like stuff like Inside Xbox and uh the Nintendo Directs and State of Plays, they're already getting used to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like this has never been done before. It's unprecedented. Nah, Nintendo been doing this since 2013.
Mm-hmm. Everybody
So
laughed at them about it.
and then they started realizing how, oh snap, this actually works, and even I want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I mean, it's not like they don't do this. And like Twitch is popular, YouTube is still popular, despite what a lot of people want to believe. So I mean, you can have this set up. That's why I don't understand why this was never a backup plan anyway. But I know this is a special situation because we're in the middle of a pandemic. So I understand that. But at the same time, like that's why they're called contingency plans. They're
Yep.
backups. Especially like if you have like a big release, like something like the Avengers game or uh Cyberpunk, you would let them have their own 15 minutes of, okay, you want to show gameplay and trailer or how you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
because they were going to do that anyway. They were going to be there. So if you were already going to be there, just make up your digital presentation. Keep it like 20, keep like the between 10-20 minutes if you want to, since it's just yours, and just do it like that. Because I'm pretty sure Nintendo already got the treehouse already. They
Oh
stuff
yeah,
already
I'm pretty sure they got that
take.
prepped and ready to go.
Yeah, they got all that already taken and ready to go. So I mean, I think it's a good idea. Now the interesting thing with me is Microsoft just straight up said, "Look, this is what we're doing through 2021." I didn't think they were gonna say that.
Well, I mean, they are like the one of the biggest software companies on the planet. It would make sense for them to do it.
Yeah,
kind of makes you wonder why they didn't beat Nintendo to the punch for this.
because they're Microsoft, man. We got money. We rich.
And rich can be stupid.
Look, man. I hand out blank checks. I mean, Microsoft is the rappers of the computer of the tech industry. But it's one of those situations. I'm like, dude, yeah, I get it, but I would have thought they would have wanted to have their because I forgot what their big thing is they usually do at the end of the year. Their big thing, like a couple years ago, they had it in Mexico City. I forgot what the
Yeah, I
name of
can't
the thing is,
remember the
but
name of it myself.
it's kind of like their PlayStation experience or whatever. Like I would have thought they would at least have that live, since even the most pessimistic of projections say that stuff will be pretty much back to normal by September. Even the most
Yeah,
pessimistic, I would have thought they would at least keep that live. But from the way they're acting, nah, it's all gonna be digital. Which, okay,
it
um,
gives them time to plan for things. That's what I figured that they're thinking about. It gives them time to plan for things.
okay, that kind of makes sense. That does kind of make sense.
Because
I
there's no need to rush to try to once everybody's starting to get stable and everything, there's no point in rushing to trying to do like a physical convention where people are going to have to be there.
That's true. I mean, all the extroverts would want to go because they trying to get out the house right now. But
Oh yeah, they losing their minds, clawing at the paint on the walls and everything.
yeah, so uh, they'll be the first ones there. They don't even like video games. They'll be the first ones there just so we can get them somewhere to go. So, but yeah, I we'll see. It's kind of funny though. Now that I think about it, like a lot of this stuff that like Iwata got laughed at and told that he should, not be president. He should resign. Dude, the stuff we used to get told at the games at large because we wasn't like downing them every 5 minutes. It's funny to go back and think about that now.
Oh, because we were proven right.
And of
Told
course,
ya.
most of those people that said that about it, they probably will never admit
no,
that.
they ain't gonna admit it. They ain't gonna admit it at all.
A lot of those videos and channels are no longer in existence. But hey,
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, so it's just funny. We were right, y'all wrong. So, I mean, hey, time to be childish for a little bit. Childish moment out of the way. So, moving right along. Moving right along. Now, okay. So, if you've been watching my channel, I do Let's Talks, and I had a Let's Talk review with a couple friends of mine, Vicky and Jamie Butterworth, and we talked about Animal Crossing because once again, I am not a baller, I am a budgeter. So there's a lot of games I can't get because I'm on a budget. So I decided to bring that one back to where I interview people who have games that I don't own. And Animal Crossing New Horizons, according to some sales numbers, and I usually don't like to do this, but I'm bringing this up because this is ridiculous. 3 million in sales in 3 weeks. What the hell?
3 million in sales in 3 weeks during a pandemic.
During a pandemic. And people are complaining they can't find switches. People are complaining that they can't find switches. There's a switch shortage.
And not just the first model, the Switch and the Switch Lite. You are having trouble finding any of them.
I can go on my Switch right now, and I promise you there are 14 to 20 people on my friends list, and 10 of them are playing Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah. More than likely, yeah.
So, hey, congratulations to the Animal Crossing team. Hey, big ups. People are enjoying your content. Only they just tired of y'all giving them all them eggs for this egg event. But other than that, people are loving what y'all did. I did not know that this was the first one since New Leaf, and New Leaf was like 2013. I forgot all about that.
It's the first full Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, so
had Happy Home Designer and the board game, but those weren't like full Animal Crossing games.
Yeah,
they're kind of like snippets of Animal Crossing games.
Yeah, so the triumphant return of Tom Nook, the most mafia kingpin of the Nintendo crime family.
He is sneaky somebody too. He like, nah. You're like, you see, I'm gonna give you this house. You can place it on any land out here. Nobody's gonna pick with you. Already told him. But you gotta work and pay me back for this.
Yeah. Like, dude, I would love for Martin Scorsese to direct that movie. Because Joe Pesci would have to voice Tom Nook. Joe Pesci would have to voice Tom Nook. Dude, Animal Crossing is the perfect mafia movie, man. It's the perfect mafia movie. Dude, Joe Pesci as Tom Nook, or him or Bobby De Niro as Tom Nook. You know I'm right. Okay, people, in the comment section, folks, who would you cast in your Animal Crossing Mafia movie coming on Netflix? In my imagination, who would you cast? I'm just saying.
Oh man, yeah. See, I'm just thinking about Tom Nook sitting there, like I feel sorry for Isabel.
Yep. Isabel voiced by Sharon
Fire
Stone. Isabel voiced by Sharon Stone. We're gonna get a whole casino remake in this. What, man? Hey, dude.
Really,
What can I
you
say,
gotta
man?
think
I
about
love a good mob movie.
you gotta think about all the villagers being all antsy and having anxiety because they need this one piece of furniture and they ain't got it and they know they're gonna get in trouble and you gotta go get it for
Yep. Yep.
them. Like, but Tom told me I need to get this wall scroll. And if I don't get this wall scroll and he'll see it in my house, by the time he gets back, he's gonna throw me in the river.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Martin Scorsese will direct that like a champ. Nintendo, I'm helping y'all out. I'm helping y'all
So
out with
much
y'all.
nonsense, but it's funny at the same time.
Yeah, I'm saying, dude, you can have a mob movie comedy. Animal
Oh,
Crossing, directed by
that's
Martin
all it
Scorsese.
is. That's all it is.
Yeah, and have it go completely with your Nintendo Online subscription. That's how you get to watch every episode. Nintendo, I just gave y'all something. I gave y'all an Emmy award winning, Golden Globe winning show right there.
Needs somebody to do what Rooster Teeth used to do with Red versus Blue, where they actually played Halo and
Oh
then
yeah,
gets out of it.
that would be
That's what
funny
you
if
would
they did
need.
that. That really would be funny if they did that. So, but yeah, in the comments section, people, let us know who you would cast as your Mafia Animal Crossing movie. Never coming to Netflix or Hulu.
I see so many. I see so much comedy coming out of this. I'm not
Yeah,
even.
we need to get Jamie Butterworth to like write up a script for it. That would be dope.
Well, he plays enough Animal Crossing, so he would be able to do it.
I mean, right now he got me hooked on this little murder mystery he done made inside of Animal Crossing. I'm like, dude, this is off the chain.
This man, he just set up his own. He got his own mansion set up. He didn't got he got an outdoor arcade.
Yeah. Yep. It's
And
awesome.
he got his own little strip mall like thing with a bunch of store kiosks. So
He almost
he
made me,
turned that damn
dude.
island into like a city.
He has me almost about to go get that game, about to download. I'm like, but I can't right now. I got way too much other stuff. So I got too much other stuff coming because I got like 3 more games coming that I already pre-purchased. So if I do get it, it's gonna be way after that. But yeah, he this close to me just going to throwing some money down on it.
Mm-hmm.
So last before we get out of here, people, last week, Emu, Lizard Cube, they decided to give us some more Streets of Rage blue balls. So they
Oh
released
no,
the
no, not just blue ball, retro blue
retro
balls.
because they released a retro. Look, here's my problem with Emu and Lizard Cube. Y'all know we want Streets of Rage. You won't give us a doggone release date. You won't let us pre-purchase on our system of choice, but you keep talking about, oh, we can't give y'all a release date right now, but here go another trailer. Here go another trailer. Oh, you want to see a featurette? No, I want the damn game. I'm tired of these trailers and featurettes, dude. I want the game. Stop giving me that junk. Stop taking time to show me stuff, then finish this daggone game. This game's what they came out last year. Y'all put you back to 2020. I didn't get mad. I'm like, you know what? Quality. I'm on. I'm all about quality. But now I'm just getting pissed off because you keep teasing me. It's not cool. It ain't a good look. That being said, they did show Skate, and they showed a few other characters. But they made sure not to show them, not to show an adult version in the Street Fighter, the Streets of Rage 4 build. They kind of kept it toward that retro look, even if you did have like the new model with the retro character in there, because I saw that too in that last half of that trailer, where they had like Streets of Rage 4 Adam with retro Skate, and I'm like, okay, don't do that. Just
Nah,
don't do that.
it just
But
don't look right, especially since Adam's daughter, who we know is younger than Skate, is in the game.
yeah, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I will say this: I'm still looking forward to it. But y'all really need to stop doing this, man, because it's really pissing me off. I mean, just give me a release date. Just give me a
Well,
release date and stop putting out featurettes.
they're not going to do that just yet.
You know we
Because
got.
remember, we still got three characters to actually be revealed.
One of them better be
I
a
have a
bad
feeling
state.
Shiva is one of those playable characters. I have a feeling he's one of those playable characters.
Yeah, yeah.
But I want Skate to be one of them because I want to see what an adult Skate would look like.
And just give him some Jordans retro.
Look, you already got Cherry and Adam in the game, and Cherry was made up for this game. Yeah. Adam is back. Let's not drop the other member of the Hunter family now. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. So, and they did say that they're going to have the retro music on there as well, which I am glad.
It's rates 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did that. So you can play. They pretty much gave you a plethora of ways to like set your game because like it looked like in the trailer that you could do retro music with Streets of Rage 4 visuals or swap in and out. So that's interesting, and I'm kind of glad they got that to work. But once again, release date, pre-purchase. So, and I'm gonna keep saying that until y'all do it. Dag nabbit. Wrong with you. So, yeah. But hey, by the way, since they doing Streets of Rage, is anybody gonna do Final Fight like that?
Oh no! Look, I got a video coming for that. So, because Capcom could have been done this.
No, dude, why does Capcom act like they only got 3 games series? Street Fighter, Resident Evil, and the remakes of all the Resident Evil games. They only have 3. I'm like, dude, I have a encyclopedia of Capcom classic artworks and stuff from their games. They got like over 200 freaking series that they own. I'm like, at the very least, give Platinum Beautiful Joe back so we can damn do something with Beautiful Joe. Although we know that ain't never gonna happen. But or at the very least, HD release of the Beautiful Joe series on everything. If you think ain't nobody gonna buy it, I'm glad to take you on that bet. Because I promise you it'll sell.
Oh, it would.
Oh, it will sell. Y'all act like Resident Evil the only thing y'all can sell. No, it's not. It really ain't. If we're being completely honest. But I don't know if y'all like being honest or not. Y'all allergic to money for some reason. I mean, y'all are y'all even going to do Street Fighter 6?
If they do Street Fighter 6, I got a whole layout for that. A whole layout for it. You can check it out on my channel.
Yeah, they're already following you, so I mean, they probably already took that took everything you did.
They took some of those ideas. They were like, hold on, that sounds decent.
Yeah.
Nobody know. They don't know we're following him, right? He knows, and fucking nobody gonna believe him.
Yeah, nobody's gonna believe that. That is kind of messed up though, man. I still think that's funny that they follow you and then like 2 weeks later they release something that you said. Like, hold up.
It's happened with nearly every company. So I'm like, you know what? I can't not say anything because it's against the premise of my channel to not say anything.
It's just funny. At this point, it's just funny because when you showed me that they following you, I'm like, wow. And you know what they're doing? That employee is sitting there like, no, I thought of this. I thought of this. No, you didn't.
Nah, it's just like I'm sitting here. I remember going just because I just one day decided I was going to do it. Just go through who my followers are, and I see. What was his name? What's his name? Hold on. Because I got instead of me sitting here trying to play remember everything, I got the daggone thing in my. It's somewhere in here. Yeah, Hideki Isuno follows me on Twitter. who was the producer. He was the main producer on Devil May Cry 5. And he's worked on Street Fighter. He's worked on Resident Evil. He worked on. I think he also worked on Power Stone.
Another one that
He's
needs to
worked
come
on
back.
stuff for Capcom.
Another one that needs to come back, Power Stone.
Oh yeah, definitely need to bring back Power Stone.
That one should have never got that. We should be on Power Stone 5 by now. If we being completely that and what Ready to Rumble. Well, Ready to Rumble had the best. Ready to Rumble had the best commercials.
Yeah, it did. Afro Thunder.
Afro Thunder. It was Ready to Rumble and Army Men had the best commercials. Army Men Sarge's War.
I would love to see Army Men come back.
Like green versus tan.
Especially if they made it more comedic. I would love to see Army Men come back.
I mean, because like the first two games were funny as hell. The first two were just the ones on N64 were hilarious.
Yeah, they were.
Wrong.
Oh no, it was Army Men Sarge's Heroes. That was the one.
Yeah.
Because I had because I'm thinking about how that commercial went. Sitting here, I just remember it, and I almost forgot that Treasure follows me.
Treasure follows you?
Yeah, they started following me after I did that video for Ikaruga for the Switch. So they started following me after that. Well, they followed me after they released the game. After they released the game, they started following me. Because I remember my video for it needing to be on the Switch, and they followed me after that. That's what it was.
Nah. Okay. That makes sense. In a sort of that makes sense. I wonder what Treasure's up to now.
They're probably working on something. I really want them to get Mischief Makers out on the Switch. If they can get Mischief Makers out, we'd be good to go. Because I'm pretty sure it was them that did Mischief Makers.
Maybe.
I want to say it was them. I gotta find out because I'm sitting here saying it. Yep, it was Treasure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Square Enix published it. Treasure, Nintendo, and Square Enix published it. That's probably why there hasn't been a follow-up to that game, because there's probably some sort of a publishing to claim over it that's causing a problem.
Yeah. That's kind of jacked up.
But that is something to come back.
Yeah, that's kind of jacked up. But okay, well, that's understandable then. You know what? With all this talk about that kind of stuff, like remakes and like who has publishing rights over different stuff, Super Mario RPG remake?
Like Square's ever going to let that happen.
But hold on. Not like if Square does it for Square would do it for Nintendo. They doing everything else. Bravely Default, freaking what I Am Setsuna and all them other games on it, like Octopath Traveler.
They should, but hey, we have to see the result.
Good point. I'm not talking about the Paper Mario series either. I'm talking about
no. Well, because Paper Mario was supposed to be following Super Mario RPG.
Yeah. And we know that didn't happen. So I'm talking about the true up Super Mario RPG from '96. That one. So
I'd be straight up for that if they remastered that game and put it out.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know why nobody thought about that.
And just to piss everybody off, make it like Final Fantasy VII Battle. Final Fantasy VII Remake Battle, just to piss everybody off. That would be hilarious.
And I don't think they take it that far.
I just think it'd be funny because you're like,
far.
because people are actually upset, and I'm sitting there like, dude, it's still an RPG. It's just an action RPG now. It's just not turn based. That's the only difference.
Yeah, that is the only
That really
difference.
is still an RPG. It's just action. It's more action focused, i.e., Tales of or Xenoblade. It's more action focused. That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
not taking nothing away from it. It's just not a turn based system. So yeah, but I would do that just to piss people off. But then again, that's just me. Because I think a lot of people play it anyway. I mean, yeah, the problem with turn based is everybody doesn't have a good turn based system. Like
Yeah.
The Grandius turn based system works. The Falcon turn based for like Trails of Cold Steel, that works because it's like it's a turn based system, but it's kind of fast. So that works. But everybody don't like turn based because sometimes, depending on who does a turn based system, it feels slow and plotting, and I can understand that. You know, me personally, I like the more fast paced ones. I.e., that's why I love Child of Light. Child of Light has a turn based system, but it does not feel slow.
But Child of Light's turn-based system also is kind of like a real-time turn-based system. Because
Yeah,
if you sit there long enough, you're just gonna get pummeled.
yeah, like you're supposed to. So then again, I'm also a sucker for Grandia too. So the greatest RPG game of all times. That's a joke because I know I'm about to get killed in the comments. That's a joke. It's one of my favorites, but it's not. It's not. It's not the best
It was
RPG
still
of all time. No.
either way. It was up there as one of the greats.
Yeah, to me it is. I mean, it's one of my favorite RPGs. So, to be completely honest, but I know it's not the greatest of all time, and I know people get real uptight about that when you give something greatest of all the GOAT status. All right, really ain't that serious, but you know. So, well, I think that pretty much does it for this week. I mean, there really wasn't that much to go on. I am playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake. The gameplay thing, the one that came out yesterday. Yeah, that, not the demo, the actual game. So, if you look on the channel, you'll see there are two vids, part one and part two of chapter one. I had to break it up because for some reason it wouldn't go all the way through. So just check that out. I also asked a question on my arcade vid for Final Fantasy Remake Part One. Do you want to see me do live streams on Twitch or YouTube? Please leave a comment. Let me know what you want me to do because I want to get back into doing a live stream and probably just pick a night out of the week and just live stream. But I'll live stream to where you guys would watch it, whether it's Twitch or YouTube. So please let me know. We still want to do a Q&A at some point. So follow us at Twitter. You can follow me at Jay Fleming. You can see the link in the Twitter handle in the description. You can follow Andre at GVGINU. That's easier than mine. So just and I'll put a tweet and pin it. Just put your questions to that. I'll have that up and ready to go. Andre, anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
Right now, don't have anything important going on, but I am still playing One Step from Eden. Because look, when I stop recording this game, I get to the boss twice and crush the boss twice on the good side playthrough. I was like, I couldn't have done this while I was recording me playing this. Nope, I had to off screen it. Like an insignificant character, I had to off screen the boss. So
I hate when that happens.
now I'm playing through my murder runs where I'm killing everybody instead of rescuing them.
Those are not just
Well, it gives you a whole complete different end section. Because if you go through it playing it and you let everyone live, then you face the character Seraph as your final boss. But if you kill everybody, there's actually a harder boss and a whole other section of game that you don't get to play if you be a goody two shoes.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, okay.
All right. So that's pretty interesting. Okay.
It was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a murder run. I thought I was gonna get back to her, and then I found out there's an additional area. I was like, hold on, what?
They set you up.
So
That Jade
yeah,
Empire style. Another game that needs to get remastered or remade or a sequel to Jade Empire.
yeah.
But hopefully not
Mm-hmm.
by EA or by BioWare's EA. Hopefully by somebody else. But yeah.
EA's Bioware.
Yeah. Microtransaction City. But that's it for this episode of the Wingin' It podcast. Uh, I was gonna do my whole Wakanda Forever thing, but I'm wearing the wrong beads, so I can't do that. Um, so we'll just say peace, love, and soul. Peace,
Peace
peace.
out, everybody.